Hello, Go Horrors and fellow Deadites. I'm Brendan.
I'm Sam.
And welcome to Our Life in Horror.
And we have our friend Beau here again from Critic After Dark. We'll bring him in.
Having me again. I love it. Been looking forward to it for a week.
I know. And I'm excited that we're doing this movie. I don't know how excited you guys are, but
I can't wait to hear Brendan's thoughts.
I have no idea what he thinks about it because, like I said, we don't discuss movies after we watch them if we're going to be reviewing them. We'll discuss them, obviously, if we're not reviewing them, but if we are, we just... We look at each other and then we look away and we don't talk about it.
We give each other like the odd look while we're watching the movie and just kind of base the feelings off of that.
Yeah, it's fun to do it that way anyway. Makes discussion.
For people that might have or that might be seeing you for the first time, I know you're on our channel a lot. Do you want to talk about your channel quickly and plug your account?
Sure, yeah. It's just Critic After Dark on Instagram, YouTube, and that's it for now. And I just watch lots of movies and talk about each one and show them off on each episode on YouTube. That's about all I do.
Awesome. And you ended up liking that movie Invited, right? I'll have a quick look at that.
It was way, way better than I ever thought it was going to be. Like, I kept putting off watching it because I thought it was just going to be like, I don't know. I'm like super, super low budget. And I'm also not a huge fan of webcam movies.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of them. So I wasn't in a big hurry to watch it, but I was surprised. I actually liked it quite a bit.
Yeah, so did we.
Yeah.
I like the storyline of the characters and stuff. That's good.
Yeah, same. The family dynamic, like I said in our review video, was very well done.
Yeah. There was a webcam movie that I really liked, and I watched it by myself, and it actually kind of freaked me out. I kind of forget what it is now, and I wish I was remembering what it was. I can't remember. I'm going to have to Google that later. I forgot about it till now.
Yeah, I've seen a couple I like a lot. Host was pretty good.
Yeah, I like that one.
Didn't mind that one. It was short, too. It was like an hour or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, that was a pandemic movie.
Megan is Missing is a little bit of a webcam movie. It's more found footage, I think. But
yeah, that one's more found footage.
That one fucked me up.
I think one of the best ones made was Missing. With John Cho.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's two of those, and I haven't watched the first one, Searching.
That's the second one.
The second one is Searching?
Yep. The first one's Missing.
Okay. Yeah. I've only seen Missing. I haven't seen Searching.
Okay.
I didn't mind it. It wasn't really horror. It felt like more like a Liam Neeson type action movie to me than horror. But the final act gets pretty disturbing. Okay. I won't talk about that too much.
That one was Searching. That one was Searching.
That was Missing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Missing is.
I don't know, man. I'm staying out of this.
Searching's the one with John Cho, right?
I have no idea.
Searching's with John Cho. Missing is with I don't know the actress's name.
Yeah, I know. Okay, the first one's very good. It's like a mystery crime thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's Liam Neeson action-y or anything like that, but it's a very good mystery.
The second one, like her mom goes missing and she is trying to figure out what happened to her the whole time, but it's all like really action-based stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's not scary. Like there's no gore, there's no like nothing. It's just kind of like a mystery movie.
Okay.
But the final act does deliver some disturbing scenes.
Okay.
It is horror.
Awesome.
All right, let's get into a couple comments here, and then I'll get into the cast and stuff, and we'll start talking about Immaculate, because that's why we're here.
Sounds good.
We've got Craig. What's up, guys? Checking in. Just got in from work, but we'll be back off and on. Got a chance to watch over the weekend. Religious horror is always my number one. I like some religious horror, too. Like Saint Maud, I really loved.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We were on mushrooms when we watched it, though, so I got to watch it not on mushrooms to make sure I do love it. So always better on shrooms. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, Craig. Hopefully you can And then we got Ryan. Hey everyone, I didn't see Immaculate, but just here to enjoy the stream. If you've seen the first Omen, it's supposed to have like an identical storyline. I haven't seen that, so I don't know if you've seen the first Omen, Ryan, but
I can see how it would.
Yeah.
I've seen First Omen, and it is
Did you watch
exactly. Oh yeah, I've seen them both, and
Exactly the same.
it's identical.
So
It's so bad that these movies came out at the same time.
I was looking forward to the first Omen too, based off the trailer. Like it actually.
The reviews were good.
Yeah.
It was good. I actually thought it was really good.
Some people, yeah, I've heard a couple bad ones.
Sorry about sucking on this slushy as well. I'm freaking sweating to death.
We gotta stay cool. It is so hot. Hey Frank.
Hey Frank.
Good evening.
Hey Frank.
All right, so I'll get into this. Is basically, if you've ever listened to our podcast, I know Craig has. This is exactly our podcast format, but we're doing them live now for fun, just to, I don't know. We're doing YouTube now rather than our podcast.
Yeah, they're a little more in depth than our YouTube reviews.
Our regular YouTube
Yeah,
reviews.
regular
Yeah,
YouTube
this is
reviews.
more like our podcast episodes that we were doing on like Spotify and stuff. Same layout. Okay, it's kind of dark in here, but Immaculate. It has a 5.8 on IMDb, 72% on Rotten Tomatoes. Release date was March 22nd of this year. Director is Michael Mohan, who also did The Voyeurs, which is another movie he did with Sydney Sweeney. I really liked it. Don't know how you felt about it. We watched this like last year.
I think I liked it.
Yeah, very sexy movie. It was good. Got some twists and turns in there. You guys are laughing at me. Like, here goes Sam with her sexy movies.
It's a sexy movie.
Budget is $9 million and starring Sydney Sweeney. A few other people are Vendetta Parcaroli, Alvaro Morte, Simona Tabasco. Tabasco, that's an interesting last name. Before we get into the discussion, do you want to say spoiler-free thoughts?
You want to do the plot and stuff?
The plot? Yeah, I guess I can. It's really dark. I'm just going to skip it.
You want me to read it?
An American nun embarks on a new journey when she joins a remote convent in the Italian countryside. However, her warm welcome quickly turns into a living nightmare when she discovers her new home harbors a sinister secret and unspeakable horrors.
Ooh, spooky.
Spoiler-free thoughts.
Oh, okay. I suck at spoiler-free thoughts. I'm just gonna put that out there from the beginning. I went into this movie after watching First Omen, and it was like 1 week apart. So I watched First Omen, and then a week later I watched this. So my spoiler-free thoughts is that I was a bit disappointed with this one compared to First Omen, but
Okay.
I'll leave my. Can't really say much else than that because it's hard to be spoiler free, right?
Okay.
I'll save my thoughts for when we get into it.
All right, Brendan.
Well, I've definitely seen this movie before.
Okay.
Done way better,
Oh no,
but
you guys are killing me.
I'm not gonna. I had not seen the First Omen. I do have to say this is probably one of the best tellings of the same story, I guess. Since that one,
Okay.
yeah, because it's Rosemary's Baby,
Yeah.
right? Like this is all this is. It's just Rosemary's Baby.
Yep.
But I do like this. I do like the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where you're going with that.
Just Rosemary's Baby is perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My spoiler-free thoughts. I love this movie. Which is no
I
surprise.
already knew that.
I already did a short review on it on our YouTube channel, but I was like, fuck it. We'll do an in-depth one altogether. Also, I'm a huge Sydney Sweeney fan, which is no surprise. So I'm a little biased when it comes to her movies, but yeah, I really like this movie. I did not get bored at all throughout the whole thing. There's some good. I can't even talk about stuff without spoiling it. So I'm just gonna say I really like this movie, and we're gonna get into it.
Yeah, it's hard to do spoiler-free thoughts because you want to talk about the things that you like and dislike, but
Yeah,
tough.
exactly. I have not seen, like we said, the first Omen, so I wonder if I watched them in reverse, if I would have felt differently about this one. I don't know. Sometimes the first movie you like, and then the next time you see it, you're like, like I just watched this, so then you judge it a little harder. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's also weird how lately, well, for like always, there's always like a movie that comes out, two movies that come out with the exact same plot, and they come out within like a month of each other.
It always happens.
I know.
It happened with that Play Dead movie and
Play Dead. And,
Yeah.
whatever the other one was. They were the same thing, but like one was done a bit better.
Yep.
And it's just wild.
I said that to Kayla and Samara, who were watching it with me. And I said that I kind of felt bad for Sydney Sweeney because this is like her big break into horror. And this movie shouldn't have dropped in the same year as First Omen. It's going to get overlooked more than it should.
She's been in a little bit of horror, but nothing mainstream. She auditioned for this in 2014.
Okay.
It never took off. So I'm going to talk about that later.
What?
All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
she was 17 years old.
So this movie has taken years in the making.
Yeah, so they did The Voyeurs instead, and then she ended up picking this movie back up. She produced it, I'm pretty sure, and got it going because she loved it so much.
All right.
But yeah.
That's interesting.
We'll get into spoilers, though. Let's catch up here. Can't wait to get the 4K next month. Are you going to end up getting it on 4K, or are you just good with this one?
It looks good just the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
You got to pick and choose.
Well, yeah, exactly. And the 4K is just going to be for the States related, so.
Yeah. It would cost us even more to get it here.
Yeah. Hey, Austin. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Austin.
All right. So, describe this movie in 3 words. I got to get my notes. What are your 3 words? Oh, no. I'm scared.
I will go with... I'm writing them down as we're talking right now. So, I'm going to go with psychological as my first word.
Okay.
No, that's kind of run-of-the-mill. My second is going to be 2 words in one, and that's nun-exploitation.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
And then my third will just be boobs.
Okay.
Just go with boobs.
There's a lot of boobs in this movie.
I wasn't even focused on the boobs, surprisingly.
They're not like bare breasts, but like
They have dresses on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
they're exploiting the nuns.
I did not notice.
They casted nuns with big boobs, basically. Like, oh.
What you got?
I got twisted, atmospheric, and shocking.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, I agree with that.
I put religious, which is an obvious. I put captivity because once you say your vows, you're pretty much stuck there. And captivity is like one of my favorite types of horror. I actually have convinced Brendan to do a live with me in the near future. We're going to hop on and talk about some of my favorite captivity movies because I fucking love them. And I put torture because you get tortured if you try to leave or speak up against them and stuff.
Yeah.
What's wrong? You look like you're questioning my words.
No. I was just trying to think of a way to like come off that, but.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, once they've like set their agreement on this convent, they are essentially stuck there for their whole lives.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, until you die in your sleep, basically, or get buried alive. We'll get into that. Favorite character?
Wow. I think that's easy. It's Sister Cecilia.
Yeah.
Played by Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
I think she pretty much steals the show. If it wasn't for her, this movie would probably not be good at all, in my opinion. So I have to give it to her.
Okay.
Yeah, I also have to go with Sister Cecilia, but I also really like Sister Gwen as well. I think that's her like kind of BFF.
Okay.
She's just kind of almost like this rebellious nun, you know? Like she's,
Yeah, I liked her too.
Yeah, she's just spunky and not afraid to speak up.
Yeah.
Against the rest, and she knows something fucked up's going on, but she never actually comes forward and says anything.
Yeah, I liked her too. But I did go with Cecilia, obviously.
Yeah.
She starts off just so innocent and naive, and like can't even cut off a chicken head, and then she goes on this fucking rampage at the end and just massacres everyone. And she obviously you have to pick her. She does steal the show. Least favorite character?
This was hard because I was thinking about that, and I couldn't even come up with somebody, to be honest. I don't have anybody I hate, so it was like I'm gonna go out on a crazy limb, and I'm gonna say that Sydney Sweeney is also my least favorite character in this movie.
Okay, interesting.
Explain yourself.
So, although I think she has a couple moments that are absolutely phenomenal in her acting, which we'll get into later. I don't want to spoil those moments now. In the parts that aren't those moments, I do not think she's very good. I don't know. She's no Mia Goth.
Oh my god, do not compare. I am not a Goth fan. Oh, I'm not a Goth fan. Oh boy, this hurts. This already hurts. I think I might leave.
I know. I gotta get some stabs in while I can. I don't know. Like, I felt like everybody does a pretty good job. Like, I didn't think there was anybody that was just awful at acting or like, obviously the main priest guy, I can't remember his name, the main bad guy.
Father Sal.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's obviously the shittiest assholey character, but he does the job so good that he's not my least favorite either, so it's hard, right?
Yeah.
But I would say what I said. Sydney Sweeney, sometimes she's unreal good. Sometimes I was like, ooh, that one needed some practice.
Okay.
But that's it.
What about you?
I went with Sister Isabel.
Oh.
Because she just, like, from the moment you see her, knows she's going to try to fuck Sydney Sweeney's day somehow. She's jealous. Basically, jealousy takes her over.
It should have been me.
It should have been me.
Yeah.
You know, she's just got, like, this wild look. Her stalking her throughout her Sydney Sweeney doing her chores throughout the day as well. She's just creepy overall.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I agree with you too with like Father Sal. I actually didn't mind him too much.
Like, that's the thing.
You guys are killing me.
He was probably the sexiest looking priest I've ever seen. I said that to Samara.
I agree with that.
It's weird how this church is nothing but sexy people. I've never seen a church like that in real life. It's so weird. But it is what it is. You know there's something wrong if you walk into a church and everyone's just looks like models.
I think you did something right if you walked into that church.
Yeah. No shit.
Okay, I'm definitely going with Father Sal because sure, he's handsome and charming in the beginning, but oh my god, like he has this whole freaking lab. Like he's an evil monster.
He's evil, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's definitely my least favorite. Like,
yeah.
Like, okay, I got a little confused with the storyline a bit. So with his lab, he basically must like made her pregnant, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So like he's a fucking like the don't breathe guy, like a fucking nasty human.
Yeah.
How can you not pick him? You guys got charmed by him.
Yes, we did. We fell under his spell.
Even I didn't get charmed by him.
You're too busy looking at Sydney Sweeney's tits.
Not wrong.
That's what's happening. No, he is the shittiest. Like, if you're talking bad guys, he's the prick.
Yeah.
He's a psycho. He's a mad scientist.
All right, what's Craig saying? Insane
love
visuals. Didn't know a lot of Sweeney's work prior. She did incredible. No question her beauty, but showed she had so much more to offer than her chest. Perfect religious horror for sure. She is really good. I started with her in Euphoria, and holy crap, she plays the best insane girl. Like, I've loved her since then. Like, she just goes nuts in that show. And
this is the first movie I've ever seen her in.
oh my gosh. Okay.
So,
I don't know if you would like Euphoria. I don't.
Probably not. I know what
I didn't. Yeah.
Your girls might because they're that age, but
Yeah.
it really sucked me in with the music and stuff too, and it's emotional and it's about high schoolers though. So I don't know. I thought it was an amazing show. She was also good in The Voyeurs, but
Voyeurs was good.
yeah, I like that one. It's not a horror per se. It's more thriller, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, sleeping
but-
with the wrong people kind of thing.
Yeah, lots of nudity in that one though.
Oh yeah.
Where did we leave off? Best acting, I guess. I think we're all gonna have the same answer here, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to give it to her, obviously. She kind of steals the show.
Especially at the ending.
The end scene is one of the things that does it for me.
Yeah, not
Like
even
that.
just the ending. The scene where she's banging on the door
Yeah.
when she gets her crosses in her feet,
Oh
and
yeah.
she's just wailing at the door. I'm like, oh, I felt
Right.
that.
But yeah, I'm gonna keep my opinions quiet.
No, you can say them. I bet you have her for best and worst acting, don't ya?
I do actually.
We took out our worst acting category because I always feel bad.
Yeah, it's a hard one anyway because a lot of the times when you're dealing with a solid movie, there's usually not too many people that are really bad, right?
Yeah. Score and soundtrack.
I love the score. I love religious horror scores. I don't know, just something about the nuns and the choir music. I just love it. It puts me right into the movies. To me, if that's the first thing when you're dealing with religious horror, it has to have an excellent religious sounding score, like you're entering a church basically in every scene. That's what I look for, and it delivers in that department.
Yeah, I agree. It was all just religious music, really.
Yeah, I really liked it. Actually, I'm surprised that there's not getting some kind of vinyl made for this movie.
True.
At least that I know of. Anyways, I thought it was beautiful and haunting. Like you said, the choir stuff. Any kind of like choir or like, even like is that like where they're like
A cappella.
Yeah, but like creepily, right? It always just
Yeah.
unnerves me more than just any kind of standard score.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, me too. I love that.
Like women chanting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I can't remember
Yeah.
the last movie we saw with that, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinematography.
Again, in that department, I would have to go pretty high. I would say that it's pretty damn solid, and that I liked all the way they shot certain angles. Just the whole atmosphere, to be honest. The atmosphere of the whole movie felt good. I would give cinematography. I always say cinematography. You guys ever do that? I did that on my channel like 5 times in one video. Kept saying cinematography, and I was like, "What the hell's wrong with my brain?" But yeah, no, I would give that like at least probably 4 out of 5. You pushing towards a 5.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Oh, go for it.
I was gonna say I agree. The location was beautiful too, like the church and everything, and like their courtyard and every scene was beautiful. And then even in the opening where it was like all this fog and it was nighttime, like it was just super creepy.
Yes, I like those.
I definitely agree. I think I think, like, even with like the Nun and stuff like that, this seems to be just like an environment to create amazing gothic shots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Nun was also one of those movies that did it. Immaculate. I'm assuming that the First Omen did it as well because I think it takes place at a nunnery as well.
Yep. It's impossible to fail when you have that set.
Did you guys ever, because we're all local to each other, did you guys ever for school go to that place called Mount Mary? I don't know if you went to a Catholic school or not, but
I did not. I've never heard of it.
You were a Dover boy. So.
I was in the public school.
Yeah, okay.
Public
I went
system.
to Catholic school. My parents just wanted me to go there because I think it was convenient. Like, they tried to get me baptized, and the church was like, "Are you going to come to church every Sunday?" And they're like, "No." And they're like, "Well, we're not baptizing your kids." So I went to Catholic school, but I didn't get baptized or do all the ceremonies and stuff, first communion and stuff. But we went to this place called Mount Mary, and I'm pretty sure the background to it was like a place for nuns and stuff, and they had like statues everywhere, and I don't know why it wasn't as beautiful as this movie, of course, like the place in Italy, but it was still like something feels so haunting about these places. Like, I remember the kids at school were like scaring one of the guys at school, like by slamming all the lockers at night and stuff, and it's just super creepy there, right? Like, just I don't know.
Yeah,
they're super old.
Yeah,
they're old, yeah, and
lots
I don't
of
know.
history.
Religious just gives me, like, religious atmospheres just sometimes give me the creeps, but it's probably because I watch horror movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's something ghostly about them, I think.
There is. It goes back as far as I've seen in movies, all the way back to the 20s, where it's just that gothic castle church feel.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the backbone of thousands of movies. It worked every time.
Yeah.
Beau, did you notice a little bit of film grain on this?
Yeah, actually, yeah. It did. It was kind of grainy.
It threw me right off.
Yeah, did it?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting film grain to be on this.
Yeah, most modern movies like this are really digital feeling, right? Like, you don't really see film grain very often anymore. But yeah, I noticed it. I didn't mind it. I thought it was actually kind of cool. I
didn't mind it either, but I flipped through my picture settings because I'm like, maybe I'm on like the wrong setting or something. Like, something's fucked up, but it never went away. So I'm like, oh, okay, I guess there's this film grain. I'm like, oh, nice.
Yeah, must have been the cameras they used or something. I'd have to look into that.
Craig, raised Catholic, 12 years of schooling, and could admit being a choir boy.
Nice.
Yeah, Craig loves his religious horror.
Yeah.
I do too. Religious horror is one of my favorite categories.
Yeah.
Even when you're dealing, even stuff like Evil Dead, like the remake and stuff, that almost feels like religious horror in some ways because of just how demonic it is. Like, I
gotta watch more religious horror, I think, because I like this one. I liked Saint Maud. Like, I just never really give it a chance. I'm always just watching my.
You gotta watch The Exorcist.
I've seen The Exorcist.
You gotta rewatch it
years ago. I don't really have a desire to.
The Omen as well.
Yeah,
that's one you gotta get to.
Yeah. Okay, give me some newer religious horror.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Oh, I actually like that one growing up.
I did too. That's a classic.
I would actually rewatch that one.
That's good. That
watch
was a good
Martyrs. We've seen Martyrs. Did we?
Yep, we watched Martyrs.
Was it the original?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I like that one. Yep. I like a lot of French extremity.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. Okay, favorite costumes and outfits.
Well, this is kind of hard. Everyone's wearing along the same lines of the same stuff, right? I like the. Oh man, I don't. It's the bad guy priest. You guys keep saying his name, and I'm blanking on it.
Father Sal.
I like his outfit. It stands out the most because, like, all the nuns kind of look the same, right? But his, I don't know, like some of the way his symbols are done on his outfit look just classic gothic.
Yeah.
Feel to it. I would give it to him. Okay. I'm not huge on costumes and outfits.
Sydney though, Cecilia had that like white and gold dress with like the
the mother. I call it the Mother Mary look.
Yeah.
Yes, that was
That was nice.
That would
Besides
probably be my
that-
pick.
They're in their gowns and stuff.
I do like the cult's red face covering.
Oh yeah. Or the wet T-shirt contest in the pool. In
Yeah,
the
there's
little
a
bath.
lot of
In the
wet.
bath.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on in this movie.
Yeah.
Wet T-shirt contest. Oh my god. All right, memorable lines. Do you have a lot, or
I honestly, I'll let you guys go, and I'll just, if
That's
I
fine.
think of any that you don't name, I will chime in.
I have two. Do you want to take turns?
Yeah, I have three.
Okay, you want to say yours first?
Sure. Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was good. Yep.
No, mine sounds really bad. Looks like her vibrator ran out of battery. We had a whole discussion during this movie because we were trying to find out when this movie took place.
Yep.
We'll talk about that more in the storyline, I think. But we brought up the smoking indoors and then the vibrator talk, and Brendan's like, when were vibrators invented? So I looked it up. And there's a myth that it was invented in the 1800s to cure women of hysteria, because they were prescribed pelvic massages. But then, then they made the vibrator to do the job faster. But that's actually not true. They made it in, I think it was the early 1900s, and they advertised it to help with wrinkles and to cure tuberculosis and like all these things. And then in the 70s, girl started selling it as a sex toy.
Oh, okay.
So
Makes sense.
So the 70s, it had to be later than the 70s because that's when it was. That's obviously what she's referring to in that line. But
Yeah.
anyway, history of the vibrator.
Come to think about it, I don't actually know when the movie takes place either. I didn't even actually think about that.
There's a cell phone.
There's a cell phone. Yeah, we found that too. Or he
Like,
found that.
I don't know how new the cell phone was, but there is. I'm not sure if it was a smartphone or not, but it was not an 80s cell phone.
Like
So
a big car phone.
it's not a gigantic car phone.
Okay.
So it's more modern.
Give me demons or the devil in a movie and I'm happy. That's my religious horror. Yeah, I got to get more into that stuff. I'm so basic.
They're the ones that spook me the most.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I don't watch horror enough to scare me anymore. I just watch it for fun, like the fun ones. But
I still get spooked out by the odd horror possession one.
Me too. To be honest, that movie we were talking about at the beginning, Invited, that movie actually gave me the heebie-jeebies in some moments. I was just like, ugh, like it just felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
well,
Shit
I
like
think
that.
the last movie that made me feel uncomfortable was Frontiers, the French one.
Oh yeah.
That movie's incredible.
The Descent made you feel uncomfortable too.
That one too,
Oh,
because I'm
yeah.
super claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
claustrophobic, I love. And Hell House LLC genuinely creeped me out.
Yeah, that one was creepy.
Yeah. You can say your next line. Sorry.
No one ever leaves here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
that whole captivity
Yeah,
aspect.
it's just the old lady who you kind of think has dementia or something, but it turns out she just knows way more
Yeah.
what's going on than you think she does.
Yeah, for sure.
My last line, we already said it earlier. It was supposed to be me, bitch.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that would probably be my pick for probably the best line.
It was good.
The good
Oh.
one.
I like this one too. If this is not the will of God, then why does he not stop us?
Oh yeah, that was good. I could have wrote that one down. I didn't.
Yours are also intense, and mine's like about a vibrator and calling her a bitch.
The two personalities here are just wildly different.
Hey, I didn't even write anything down, so you guys better than me at that one.
Deliver Us on Hulu, Deliver Us from Evil with Eric Bana. The Exorcist 3 is a must watch.
Oh, The Exorcist 3 is good.
Frontiers
Yeah.
is amazing. Yes, it is. All 4 Hell Houses are great. If you give them a rewatch, that's why I bought the clown costume. I like that clown costume you got, Craig. It looks awesome.
Yeah, I like that too. That was
I like
cool.
the first Hell House and the new Hell House. I didn't really care for the ones in between, but
We never even made it to Lake of Fear.
I watched part of it and gave up.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. I didn't make it there.
First one and the new one, though. The new one I was so impressed with. The fact that they could make it pretty much as good as the first. I was impressed.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you guys have lines that were disliked?
I didn't write any down, so not really.
I didn't write it down, but I see you wrote one down.
I wrote one that made me feel uncomfortable. I don't know why, because it was a man saying it, and it just made me feel icky. And it was her hymen was intact. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something about it just made me like just the fact that they checked the woman for that. It just, oh god, it just made me feel icky. Like just old men in a church looking at their hymens. I'm like, ugh. Maybe I just caught on to that because I'm a girl.
Yeah.
I was like, this is violation.
Yeah. That's what the whole movie kind of is, right? It's like,
well, exactly. Yeah. Favorite kill?
I have a couple, but my one I'd pick for my favorite, I like the opening, to be honest. I actually think the girl at the beginning, it sets up, like, soon as the opening scene ended, I was like, ooh, this movie's going to deliver some really good scares. Like, I love the opening. I know it's not much of a kill, but I would pick that as my favorite just because of the intensity it delivers.
I wrote that down too, actually. The whole leg break and then burying alive. Like, yeah. The jumping off the building was good too, like the look of her face. But something about the intro, the whole atmosphere too with the fog, like I said before, like it's a good setup.
Yes, it builds the suspense really well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys went totally in the opposite direction that I did, but I went with Sister Cecilia kills the head nun with the crucifix and just bashes her brains in.
That was really good.
I'm like, yeah, you get her, bitch.
Yeah, I know. I thought about putting one of the revenge kills in because it's just so badass, but I don't know. I really like the intro.
Yeah, the kills, all the kills at the end are good.
Yeah.
So it's hard to choose between those.
Do you have a least favorite?
I'll go with the end. What happens at the very end? I won't say it fully. I wanted to see the end scene.
Not just the rock going down.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to actually see what the hell the thing looked like. If they showed me that, I would have been way, way happier with the whole film, to be honest.
Okay.
I know. I just checked the special features to see if if they did film it, and it's just a deleted scene, but it's just a commentary on the bonus features.
Yeah.
What's your least favorite?
I went with the strangling the father.
That's what I went with too.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of lame.
Least gory, least.
Yeah.
Climactic.
Yeah. I mean, again, they don't have to all be 5-star kills, but like, it's just the least. Yeah. Gore factor and special effects.
I would say the gore factor is pretty good, especially for this kind of movie.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't tons, but the scenes they do show, like you said, the girl that jumps off the roof, her face was just on a different level. It was fucking disturbing. And I think I would give the gore factor like a 3.5 probably. If they showed that baby at the end, it would have been a 5.
This would have been a very controversial movie if that was shown. People would be outraged.
Yeah. I know why they didn't.
Yeah.
I think the special effects are all really good too. Like you said, Beau and Isabel's face after she jumps off the roof. I also noticed that after in the beginning when the woman gets her leg broken and she's been in her casket, when she looks down to see her feet, you look at one leg and it's all pale and stuff, and her other leg is still full of blood flow.
Yeah, her one foot's like blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell it's dead.
Yeah.
That's so gross. It makes my stomach queasy.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people would have really put the effort in making sure that worked out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the tongue cut off was good. There's a scene where a nail comes off, and that's pretty fucking gross, as always.
Yeah, I can't do nails and shit.
Me neither. I don't know what it is. Like I can do so much other stuff, but when it comes to the nails, it's funny how little things bug you, eh? Like
It's because we all have felt that, right? Like
the
Yeah.
pain, yeah.
ever you know what it would feel like to lose a nail, where you don't know what it feels like to get a throat slice, or you know what I mean?
That's true.
Stabbed.
That's true.
Yeah.
We've all cut our nail too short or put
Yeah.
something up there by accident, or
Banged it so hard you kill your nail and then you gotta rip it off.
that's never happened to me, and I hope it never
Oh,
does.
aren't you lucky?
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. I wrote down basically all the same stuff: peeling nails, tongue, jumping up the building, the foot in the beginning, her tooth falling out when she's puking was gross.
Yeah.
The
Just
scars-
puking in general is gross. To be honest.
the scars on their feet with the crosses.
Yes, I forgot to mention that.
The one funny thing that we noticed, this isn't like, I don't think this was intentional, but there's a scene in the beginning where she's talking to Father Sal about her near-death experience, and it looks like she has a vein in her eye that's burst, and I don't know if it's because you have your massive TV now, but her one eye has I was like, I wonder if they filmed all her screaming scenes before this scene. Like it just burst.
Yeah, her eye is very bloodshot.
Yeah.
In that scene, I noticed that as well.
Did you? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Definitely don't think that was an intentional thing. I think that was just something she couldn't control.
Yeah.
Okay. Storyline and pacing.
I think the pacing is perfectly fine because it is like these kind of movies are kind of slow. Like they're storyline heavy, right? So the pacing isn't. I thought the pacing is good. Storyline is hard for me because, like I said, I just watched First Omen, and I thought the storyline was way better in that. So it was hard. Like I think if I watched this 6 months apart from First Omen instead of a week, I would have liked this movie more than what I ended up liking it in the end. But it felt like I'll keep it the storyline. I would give it probably a 2.5 out of 5 for storyline.
Okay.
I wasn't huge on it. Okay. I'll let you guys talk on that.
That's fine.
Like I said in my spoiler-free discussion at the beginning here, this is Rosemary's Baby wrapped in a nutshell, except with a bit of a different twist on the ending. And the reasoning why. I actually do appreciate the fact that they decided to go as far as not trying to get the Antichrist born, but in fact our Messiah or our Savior, and trying to claim Jesus Christ.
Yes.
So I thought that was really neat. And I also really love the fact that it's so much of the same thing until it's not. So I like when it differentiates itself from other movies in this same kind of sub-horror genre, I guess I can call it, where she actually decides to get revenge and stop letting and kill all these people to try to save herself.
Yeah. I like that route as well. I'll add to that, the fact that it turns into a different movie at the end, basically.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I did like that part.
I can't compare it to Rosemary's Baby because I haven't seen it. I saw the mini-series with you.
Yep.
I haven't seen the movie. I really like the storyline. I like that she's in a new country too, and she's, I don't know, I didn't find it that slow personally. I thought there was a lot of like torture aspects sprinkled throughout, which is my jam. So maybe that's why another reason I like it so much. We get to see some tongues getting cut off and stuff, and it's just it's scary what happens to them if they rebel. And I don't know. I thought it started off with a bang and ended with a bang, and I didn't think it dragged at all. I really liked it.
Yeah.
I don't think the pacing's bad in this movie.
Yeah.
No, I don't either. The pacing was decent.
And then, just the time period where I'm still a little confused about.
Yeah, and too, I would have liked it if they didn't drop the fact that she doesn't know another language so fast. Because it feels like it feels like everybody was kind of speaking in Italian pretty fluently in the beginning of the movie, and it felt very isolating for her.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just kind of switch, and then everybody's just speaking English flat out.
Yeah.
Other
I
than
didn't
like,
notice that actually. Yeah.
other than like the head pope, or the priest, who's like always in Italian.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
And she's got her little learning Italy, her little book in the beginning.
yeah,
And learning Italian.
like she's been there for 9 months. You should be caught on to at least most of the language. So it would have been cool to have seen like a
9 months to learn a new language?
yeah. She's living there full time.
Isn't it a lot harder to learn a new language though as an adult than it is as a child?
Probably. Yeah, I don't think so.
Like I don't know.
I don't know.
My parents have been in Costa Rica for quite some time.
Your
and-
mom's caught on to it pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't learn it that quick. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I guess it depends on how much effort you really put into it.
Yeah. She's busy hanging out with her nun friends.
Speaking Italian.
Yeah, I
I know, personally.
Favorite scenes.
Favorite scenes? You want to go like one at a time?
Yeah.
I would have to say my favorite scene in the whole movie is the opening scene.
Mhm.
That would be my number one. It's hard for me because I didn't like this movie as much as you guys, but the opening scene I felt like was so good, and then the rest of the movie kind of let me down a little bit, if you know what I mean. Like, I had the same kind of feeling when I watched the movie It from 2017. Like, that opening scene is so damn good, and then the rest is kind of like run of the mill to me. Just me.
Okay.
I'll take the heat for for not liking it. I know everybody in the comments seems like they love it. So.
Let me see. I like all the scenes with the best friend, so I like their interactions. But I also really enjoy all the scenes with her. Sorry.
Let's see.
Sorry, excuse me. I also like all the scenes with her little enemy as well.
Yeah.
Her little rival nun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rival nun's good as well. Yeah, I like that one too.
I wrote down the intro, of course, as well. When the lady cuts her hair when she's sleeping, that was creepy.
Oh, that was.
She's sleeping in bed and then she loses a lock of her hair and then has to walk the lady back to her bed. That was a creepy scene.
And then she makes her the doll, and then it goes nowhere.
Oh yeah,
Forgot about that.
forgot about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even actually notice that until you just pointed it out. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's weird.
I thought it was
I think I have to give this movie a second watch at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Once I have gotten away from First Omen, because that movie kind of ruined this one for me, like I've said.
Yeah.
The First Omen, I know we're talking about this, but all the characters are almost identical to that movie. You guys haven't seen it yet, right?
Yeah.
But almost like she has the friend nun, that's her rival. Like it's all identical. So, and the only problem is everybody in that movie does it better. So it's really hard. It's really hard to watch this one and not be like, this is a lesser version of a movie I just watched a week ago.
I find it so wild when two movies come out at the same time with the same storyline. I'm like, did two people just like make a bet to see who could make the better movie?
Honestly,
like, here's the storyline. We're gonna do it and release them within the same month and see.
That's
who
what
gets
we
the
were
better
talking about while we were watching it, because me, Kayla, and Samara just watched First Omen, and we were watching this. It was just like, how did they not know that these two movies were so similar? Like, why would they release them together like this? It's crazy.
And the wild thing is, this one was made in 2014, right? Like,
yes, so it's actually the
that
original.
still mind fucks me too. Like how they came out at the same time. Like,
It's odd. Maybe the First Omen the guys that made First Omen, stole from them.
Their script
Never
got
know.
leaked. I don't know.
Yeah. You say this
But-
movie was made? in
Not
20
made. Sorry. She auditioned for it, so obviously there was a script.
Oh, okay.
The idea for
Sorry,
the movie's
not
been
made.
around longer. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, if this movie was held on to for that long, you're just lucky it got released at all.
No, sorry. Wrong choice of words. There was obviously a script.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's my biggest problem, I think, is that if I watch this like 3 or 4 months from now when another movie isn't fresh on my mind, it probably would have hit me in a different way. But it was honestly just like watching the same movie twice. And to be honest, the lead actress in First Omen blows Sydney Sweeney out of the water. Like her acting, her possession acting, it's unreal. So it was hard. It felt like just a lesser version. With that said, it's still good. I still like the movie a lot.
Okay.
So it's hard.
You're setting that movie up to be very good, and we have a month to wait for it until it releases on physical.
We should all review
Yeah, I
that
know.
one too live when it comes out.
I watched it on
Like it's
whatever streaming service it released on. I can't remember. It's on a streaming service right now for free.
Yeah.
Well, not free. You have to pay for the service, but
Well, when it
You know
comes out on physical, we should all come back and
yeah, we should do that one. I want to hear. I'd love to have this conversation again. Like literally the exact same conversation.
My favorite scene was that one, bitch. Did you have any more favorite scenes? Where did we leave off to?
I think it's mine.
I did. I loved the scene.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
sorry. It was Brendan's turn.
No, it's Sam's go.
It's my go?
Yeah, I think so.
Here you go. That's right.
Okay. Where she fakes her injury to try and get out so that she can go to the hospital. And she's in the
Yep.
car. And then you find out that it was a bird under her bed. I really like that.
I
That's
also
on my
really
list.
like that. Yeah, that's a really good scene.
Mhm.
I love that too. That's
It
in my
shocked me,
opinion,
actually. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, that was the second best scene in the movie to me, I think.
Mhm.
Like her fake get in the back of the car, her acting was also top notch
Mhm.
in that section.
Yeah, and her face when she finds out that they've caught on is just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
What
Do you
else you got? Oh, me again? I am gonna go with. I would say the whole end sequence, like the last probably 20 minutes of the movie, would have to be my number one. It's hard to pick one scene there because it's all kind of one scene, right? But I like how she just goes on a revenge killing spree at the end, basically, to get the fuck out of the place.
When she bites that umbilical cord.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, that was gross.
Would that hurt?
I don't know if umbilical cords have like nerves or feelings.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't know. I don't think so.
I haven't
Not
had
sure.
any babies, but
I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say no, and then have a bunch of women be like, "How the fuck would you know?" No, I don't know.
I'm also not gonna find out.
I gotta agree with Beau with the last act of this movie being awesome. It starts with the revenge sequences all the way into the chase in the catacombs, the burning of the laboratory where you find out he's basically playing Jurassic Park here. And then you get the wicked ending. So yeah.
Yeah, the last scene I want to point out is actually when she finds out she's pregnant. Even though I knew that was coming, obviously, from trailers, it was still a really intense scene. Like, I can't imagine finding that out knowing I haven't fucked anyone.
Yeah, even the title, right? Immaculate.
Yeah, just the way they're like questioning
Immaculate.
her if she's been with someone before getting there, and just the way they set it up, I was just like, oh my god, stop grilling the girl. It was wild, even though I knew it was coming.
Yeah, I like that whole sequence too, with them like figuring out that she's pregnant and all the different priests and stuff telling each other, and just how shocking it is to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're all faking it later because they know that they did it.
Yeah, true. They're all acting like they're shocked.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, oh my god, I hate them even more. Do you guys have any more? That was pretty much my last.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, obviously the scene where the girl jumps out of the window.
Yeah.
That's the next probably best scene on the list for me. Because just the gore of it is really nasty. They did a good job there.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting much gore. I thought it was going to keep it somewhat tame up until that point. And I was like, oh,
googly eyes.
yeah. Yeah.
Did you guys have least favorite scenes? I did not. So
Mine is the ending.
Mm.
I do not like that they don't show you the baby at the ending. It really freaking bothers me because if you're gonna go there with this like anti-church, they force women to do shit storyline, you should have went all the way. In my opinion, you should have showed the damn baby, gave the finger to all the rating systems, and just went for it. I wanted to see that damn baby, and when the fucking credits came up, and I was like, oh man, you sons of bitches. So that would be my least favorite, but it's still not that bad. Like, I understand why they had to do it.
Okay. Did you have a least favorite?
I'll go with the same thing because I too was also wanting to see what this thing would end up looking like.
Yeah.
Just from what we get, like glimpses and jars and stuff, and for the most part, it sounded
Creaturey.
Yeah, and this is another fault of these types of movies is that you never actually end up getting to see like the end result of the pregnancy. It always cuts away or hides it, and you just get to see the reaction of the mother.
Yeah.
Yes, it's what they have to do because if they put the baby in there and she crushes its skull, they're probably going to get like an NC-17 rating. No one's going to be able to see it at the theater.
If it's like pretty monstrous, you could almost classify it as like a creature death.
It's an actual creature kill, yeah.
Yeah, so then they might have some leniency on it.
Yeah.
Maybe give the baby some like green blood or something.
Exactly. Evil Dead got away with it.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah, that's it.
I guess I'll agree with you guys. I do. Sure, I wish I saw it, but at the same time, I wasn't unimpressed with the ending. Like, I thought her performance was really good, and her like giving labor and freaking out, and just the way she ripped that cord again. Like, I still like the ending, but I guess I.
Me too.
I want to see it.
I do too. That whole sequence, I'm not taking away from it. Obviously, that sequence is. I'm going to say it's her best acting of her career, but it's the only movie I've seen her in for. But that scene is her best acting, in my opinion. So I'm not taken away from that at all.
I'll send you some clips from Euphoria later. She's a nut job. Where did we leave off? The killer? I don't even know how to answer that. Like, what would we classify as the killer?
Sydney Sweeney, the killer?
Technically.
Yeah, sort of.
The church, I guess the church, the convent, whatever, is like...
They're the bad guys.
Yeah, but they're also technically killing... Like, they buried that one girl alive.
Yeah. I would definitely classify Father Sal and Cardinal Franco as the villains.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Definitely. Yeah, they are the bad guys because they are murdering girls.
Yeah.
Like Sydney Sweeney finds her one friend down in the Undercroft at the one point.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
They are killing them if they don't obey. So they are evil. They're not good guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's definitely the killer as well, which I love.
Yep.
Love that for her.
She's definitely got I just really like their idea, the killer's idea, trying to reincarnate.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I like that too. It's different, right? Because that's the one thing that separates this from First Omen, obviously, right?
Yeah.
You know that in Omen they're trying to resurrect Satan or the Antichrist. So the fact that it's doing that, I've never seen that before.
Same.
I'll say that. I've never seen them try to bring Jesus back to life instead of it's always the devil or a demon or something, right?
Yeah.
I like that too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It kind of shows that like people with such blinding faith can also be in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Scary rating out of 10. 10 being the scariest movie you've ever seen. What would you rate this movie?
Oh, on scariness, I would go like probably in the middle at like a 5. I do think that the opening scene gives it a good enough boost that it's creepy as fuck. The atmosphere. I love Gothic castle movies, and this feels like that, even though it's a church. And I just love the creepy feel of them. So, like, it's hard at our age because, like, obviously nothing's actually scary, but I would rate it at like a 5 for those type of things.
Yeah. I probably a 2.
A 2?
Yeah, for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a 3 for like the torturing aspects, I guess.
Yeah. Here's the thing: if you include the like nail scene and the tongue getting cut off, if you include those as scary, then it's higher. But it's hard. Like, in all honesty, every horror movie I watch now is like a 0.
Yeah, I know nothing scares us anymore.
Yeah, it's not. We're so desensitized that I don't think they could put something in a movie that would actually scare me. Where afterwards I'm like, "Whoa, oh my god!" But but yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I agree with you guys too.
Rewatchability, and would you recommend?
I'm going to rewatch this at least once in the future, and probably later in the year, just to get a different opinion. I try to watch every movie twice just because I have a hard time getting my true opinion on something unless I've seen it twice. But so I would say yes on rewatchability. I'll definitely be going back to it. And for recommendation, yeah, of course. I recommend every single movie I watch, even when they're like half stars out of 10. But I believe everybody should watch everything and give it a try because everyone's opinion's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna check this out again.
Yeah.
For sure. And yeah, I would recommend.
Okay. Rewatchability for me, I've already watched it twice in the past couple months, so I'll probably give it a year. But recommend, absolutely. Yeah, I definitely would. So let me see if this works. I got a rating scale here, but okay, you can still hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay. What would you rate this movie? This is our rating scale.
I personally would give it a high okay.
Okay.
Leaning towards the thumbs up. Probably like a 3.5.
Okay. Brendan?
I would go with the low thumbs up.
Okay. I rated this my first time around. I rated it a 100, I think.
Okay.
I'm going to go a high thumbs up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think my reasoning, the first time I was so invested because I was so excited to see this movie. Whereas I think maybe this time there was like, I still really enjoyed it, but my excitement level was a little.
Yeah. The hype's gone. That's what I meant by you have to watch everything twice.
Yeah.
You never know, right?
Yeah, so I think that's my reasoning. I don't want to give it quite a 100. So I'll go a high thumbs up, low 100. I still really love this movie, but.
All right. So we're all actually pretty close. We're all within like a point.
Yeah. Bad. I'm glad there was no eye rolls or poopies. One shit on it.
I don't think I've done any with you where any episodes where I give something a shit emoji yet. Thankfully, you never invite me on for those ones, so
it's not too late.
Did we do Jeepers Creepers Reborn?
No, that was
not with me. You did that with somebody else, but that would have been the biggest turd I've ever fucking given the movie. So
yeah, that was not a good movie.
I don't even think that one gets on the scale.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It was a fucking waste of space.
So I got some fun facts for the movie, and then we'll sign off. Oh yeah, and we'll announce what next week's episode is. We're gonna do another live Friday night next Friday. Not this Friday, next. Yeah.
Yep.
So This one we talked about a little bit. Sydney Sweeney auditioned for this film in 2014 when she was 17 years old, but the project never materialized. Years later, she took on the role of a producer and reached out to the writer, acquired and revisited the script, hired a director, found financiers, and sold the film to Neon. So she wanted this film to happen.
Yeah, she really did push for it.
She's a horror fan, though. I saw an article of her saying her favorite horror movies and everything.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's...
Okay.
So
hopefully she sticks with the genre.
I want to see her as like a new Scream Queen or like...
Yeah, because she does have the ability to be one of the top actresses in horror.
Absolutely. She did a movie called Nocturne that I watched recently, and it was okay. Like, it wasn't horrible, and it wasn't like a masterpiece, but it was okay. She was a pianist, and she's got like a sister, and they're basically like her sister's better than her at it and stuff, and that's all I'm gonna say. But it's a horror.
Okay.
I think you would actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In an interview with IMDb, Sydney revealed her grandmas appear in both church scenes. She explained in both of the church scenes where I'm walking with the candle down the aisle, they're in the first 2 rows. And then in the scene where I am being crowned and everybody in the congregation singing, they're standing in the front row next to Mother Superior. That's cute.
Yeah.
Just like, I produced this film. I got this film going. My grandmas are going to be in it.
Yeah.
Let me just put this back up. Michael Mohan, the director, previously directed Sydney Sweeney in The Voyeurs and the TV show Everything Sucks. I don't know what that show is. But again, I recommend The Voyeurs. Okay, this is a long one, so bear with me. 2 saints are mentioned in the film. The convent is said to be built over the catacombs holding Saint Stephen, and Saint Helena is named as the person who brought the stake from the cross back from the Holy Lands. Saint Stephen is considered the very first Christian martyr, a deacon appointed by Paul of the original 12 apostles. Stephen was stoned to death shortly after the resurrection of Christ for blasphemy after giving a speech condemning Jewish authorities. Relics of Saint Stephen were brought and interred in Italy. Saint Helena was the mother of Emperor Constantine I. She went on a pilgrimage tour of the Holy Lands to build churches and collect holy relics around 326-7 AD. I don't know how to read that time. According to Christian tradition, she discovered the true cross Jesus was crucified upon while on this pilgrimage, along with the nails of crucifixion and many other relics.
Jeepers.
Yeah, that's just for anyone that wants to know about the religious stuff.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney and Simona Tabasco both appeared in The White Lotus, but were on different seasons. I actually remember Simona Tabasco in that show now. That's a really good show. And the climactic single take giving birth scene was done in 2 takes, but the first one was used in the movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Got her done in the first shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. You guys have to do this again for the first Omen. LOL. Yes, I think we should. When it comes out on physical, we'll do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Ryan, are you guys excited for Scream 7? Yeah. I have mixed feelings. The Melissa Barrera stuff threw me off, to be honest.
Have they released? I don't pay a lot of attention to upcoming movies because I like to blind watch everything. But have they released anything on a plot yet?
A little bit, yeah. It's rumors, but yeah, they're talking about have a time jump and Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Prescott.
I was going to say Sydney Sweeney's in it too.
No, that might be going for sure. No, we're going to see it.
I bet you she'll be in the opening.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but it's going to follow Sydney Prescott and her children, and her children are going to be aged up. So it's going to maybe be passing the torch along that.
I'm not going to say I'm not excited. I'm going to be seated and I'm going to see it. And I bet you I'll probably still like it. Just the whole drama behind the scenes has thrown me off and it just makes me sad. I don't know. I'll go see it. It's crazy. It's just not like I'm waiting for it, you know?
It's crazy that they're just changing everything like mid storyline like that. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah. Well, I did watch them not too long ago, and honestly, it felt like it just could have ended there.
It could have. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't a big fan of 6 or 5. I like them. They're still at the top of the year for me for those years, but I don't know. I didn't care that much about those characters. I like the originals.
Yeah.
Nev Campbell. If that I'm done with Courtney Cox. They can write her out 4 movies ago. Like, unless she's the killer in the next movie, I don't want to see her again. But with Nev Campbell, like, how do you not have fucking what'd you say her name was? Like, blanked on it. Sydney Prescott. How do you not have Sydney Prescott in a Scream movie? I couldn't get past that for 5 and 6. I know she's in 5, but she's not the focus of it.
I wasn't huge on 5. I still liked it. 6 I loved. I
know everyone did. All I heard
to the core 4. I don't know what they did
crazy
different, but I didn't care about the core 4 in the 5th movie. But then in the 6th movie, I left like, wow, I loved it. I loved how dark it was too, and set in the city. And
the setting was a nice change of pace.
We had a mean ghost face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most people loved the movie. I heard going in that it was like just a masterpiece, basically. But I don't know. I hated the killers. I thought they were a waste of time. It was hard. So a couple of the kills were good, obviously. Can't argue that. But Scream 7, it's hard to not be excited for a Scream movie, really.
I know, because they always end up being somewhat fun and enjoyable.
Yes, they're fun no matter what.
Yeah.
You're going to have a good time, regardless.
I like 6 up until the 3rd act, yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's the same way with Scream 6. Scream 6 is, once it hits that 3rd act, it just rolls down, just downhill hard.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm not alone on that then. Yeah, because that's the way I felt. Like the first 3/4 of the movie, excellent kills. The one guy, one of the core 4 guys getting stabbed over and over again.
Yeah, and lives.
Yes, and lives.
Yeah,
I don't like the fact that nobody dies in these movies for some reason. These movies, like all the main people live every time, but I get it. They were trying to build them.
That did bother me about 6 too. Like, some of those people should not have survived.
Yeah, all the kills are no-name people that you don't even know one thing about, really.
Yeah, they're just brand new introduced people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But it is what it is. I'm interested to see what Scream 7 brings to the table.
Yeah, I'm going to see it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like all major franchises, if a new one's coming, I'm going to be watching it.
Yeah. All right. One more here. Do you guys think they need to reboot Halloween soon or leave it for a while?
Leave
it.
I want fucking Friday the 13th.
Yeah, that just gotten more development hell going on.
Oh, I know.
Friday the 13th.
Believe it or
It'll
not,
probably never happen.
I was looking forward to that show.
Yeah.
But
I think that's what's going on with development hell here.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we're probably going to get another Jeepers Creepers movie faster than another Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah.
They better fucking really up the damn pace for another Jeepers movie.
Yeah, they better bring back the original creature.
Yes.
Actor.
That last one was an abomination. I don't even know how they made that movie without just throwing the whole fucking script in the garbage. It just bothers me because I love the original Jeepers Creepers. It's probably a top 50 horror movie of all time for me. And then each sequel just gets worse and worse and worse until that one where it's the worst movie of the year, basically. Fucking weird. Just crazy.
Kayla says, give me more Evil Dead. I agree. I'm excited for the one by the guy that did Infested.
Sebastian something?
Yeah, I really liked Infested. Did you watch that?
I did not. Infested. That's the spider movie, right?
Yeah, it was good.
I haven't seen that yet. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's on my list.
I wanted to say something and I can't remember. Oh, before we go, next Friday, I think it's at 8 p.m., but I'll double check our conversations with him. And then it'll be, obviously, we'll advertise it. We are going to be doing another live, and we're going to be talking about Reanimator.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we did a poll on our Patreon. I picked Charlie's Farm. Oh, and we're doing it with the Bitter Wolf. He picked Sissy,
Yep.
and you picked Reanimator, and Reanimator ended up winning.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't have been mad about any of those movies. Like, I was excited for whatever. But
I've been waiting years for this.
yeah, I know. He's been trying to get me to watch Reanimator forever.
Yep.
And the funny thing is,
Reanimators.
I do have an interest
Reanimator's a
in
must.
seeing it. We just haven't gone around to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll be doing a live next Friday night.
Cool. I'll be there.
Reanimator with the Bitter Wolf.
I'll be watching, and you better like it, Sam.
We'll see. Damn it, Charlie's Farm is amazing. You know what? I'm still going to try and get around to that one soon because I do
Yeah.
want it.
Put that in your next poll. That's a must-see as well. That one fucking shocked the shit out of me how much I like that.
Okay, yeah, we got to watch
Okay,
that
well,
soon.
I'm interested now.
Yeah, we have an interview next week too with a writer director of, oh boy, I forget the movie.
Smooth.
Seductress from Hell.
Seductress from Hell, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna watch. We have to watch the movie still. I think we're gonna try and get it in Sunday night so it's fresh for our interview. But we're gonna be posting that too. That won't be a live interview, but
It'd be a fun video.
one more comment before we go. Sam, have you watched Jaws or Alien yet? No.
He's never gonna watch them.
I'm gonna watch Alien before we go see the movie in theaters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get to Jaws this summer. How about? I promise you, by the end of August, it will happen.
Yeah.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Shake.
All right, you seen it here, folks.
Yep.
I'll do a little first-time watch review or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to hear what you think about that because you always say that you don't like old movies, but there's some that I know that you would absolutely like. Like there's, you just haven't watched them yet.
I know, and you know what? I surprise myself sometimes when I watch old movies, and I do really like them. They are growing on me. A lot of like the sleazy 80s obviously has grown on me.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You like sleazy movies. Fuck, the 70s is so full of pornographic, torture-y type movies. It's insane.
What's the one I watched? Last House on the Left?
Last House on the Left. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that one this year, and I had a CBD gummy which had a tiny bit of THC in it, and I was just watching it on my tiny phone, and I was like, "Whoa, this is good." I liked it. I love the remake. I think that's a perfect movie.
Yeah, those are disturbing.
Oh yes, the 80s. Hey, Blood and Bruise. Before we get going, do you want to plug your account one last time and talk about your channel quick?
Yeah, sure. Critic After Dark, YouTube, Instagram, and I just watch movies from my collection. As you can see, there's a million of them, and I just talk about each movies I watch on each episode. And show you off the cases and the packaging and everything, and try to convince you to buy some movies. That's about it.
You and Kayla did an episode together, and I think it was called. There was a movie called. Is it The Perfect Getaway or something?
Yep, A Perfect Getaway.
I've never seen that, and you guys actually convinced me to put it on my watch list, so I'm hoping to watch that this year too.
It's good, yeah. It's not like super horror movie, but it is. Like it is a horror movie still.
Okay.
But yeah, great acting from everybody.
Cool. All right.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Yeah.
Hope to see you next Friday for Reanimator discussion.
Yeah. I'll be here. I want to hear what you guys think on that.
Yeah. If you're not subscribing, please subscribe.
Yeah.
And stay spooky.
Bye, guys.
Bye.